So I guess it's about that time on the channel when we delve into the Switch selection of scam games, as today we're going to be taking a look at Hooligan Simulator, Gangster Andreas Fight for City, Battle Gangs Shooter Police. And going by that title alone, you might be thinking this is another offering from Midnight Works, though it does in fact come to us from DEZVOLT Games, undoubtedly another Midnight Works in disguise. But what joys does Hooligan Simulator have to offer to us, you might ask? Well, drop a like and subscribe, don that swimming cap, and let's dive right on into this shit show. So as per usual, the eShop description throws a torrent of shite at us, bigging the game up as much as humanly possible and spouting on about the life of a hooligan, earning as much money as possible by causing damage and drawing graffiti, and always having the police on our ass. But my favourite line of all has to be, become the one that no one messes with, but the one that the police are looking for intensively because of his hooliganisms. Because as far as I'm aware, hooliganism is a noun which doesn't have a plural variant, but let's be honest, grammatical errors are the least of our worries here. Another notable feature is that this one also has a trailer, which is the biggest load of bollocks I've ever seen in my life, and it even says that this is not really gameplay footage, and that's the understatement of the fucking century, as you'll soon see. Getting into the game though, we get a silent main menu with some cool artwork, simple sound settings, and an overview of the game's controls. And upon beginning a new game, we're dropped into our apartment and directed to control our phone with a D-pad to find our first objective. Hopping off the balcony, as you can see, the city is full of life tonight, but our first stop is of course the paint shop to pick up our spray cans, and we're given a bit of starter cash with which to do so, and from here we can then follow the yellow marker to find our first graffiti opportunity. Now the spray paint mechanics in this one are extremely simple. Upon approaching the blank outline, our phone displays a preview image giving us an idea of what colours to select, which can be done by opening the inventory and selecting them to equip them. After this, we simply need to spray the wall with them to produce the graffiti and fill up a progress bar. But the problem here is that the developers seem to be colourblind, and blue could actually be cyan, yellow could be green, and red could be orange, so you frequently have to fanny about switching between colours until you get the job done. It's also a bit of a pain in the ass trying to fill up the progress bar, as missing one tiny spot of any of the colours won't let you finish your artwork, and black is especially hard to see in the dark, so more switching back and forth and respraying is often required to finish them off. Anyway, you're rewarded for your efforts with some cash and respect, neither of which actually serve any purpose whatsoever in the game, aside from being used to purchase the Oblivion spray, which we'll get onto shortly. But you'll proceed like this, graffitiing walls for a while, before being granted access to the rooftops to head up and spray some more walls. Aside from your spray paint tasks, you'll also be given two other tasks in the game, the first being to vandalise a statue and a couple of fountains using paintballs, which can also be purchased at the paint shop, though you'll have to go into your inventory each time you want to equip one of these to throw them, and the second task being to break the foundations of a water tank using bricks, spelt BRIKS, but this will fall from the rooftop and nothing more is said about it. Aside from this though, graffitiing walls is the name of the game with this one, and it's a monotonous gameplay loop and dull as shit to say the least, but at least it works relatively well, I suppose. Now you may be wondering where the police come into play in all of this, and well, after tagging a few more walls, you're then given the objective to leave this portion of the city. In order to do so, you head through a door by the vandalised statue, and after a short loading screen, you're dropped into a new area where you must first turn off all of the city's lights by pressing a nearby generic button before proceeding through the next double doors. Now here we find a linear city segment with police barring access to certain parts of it, and within this area you're tasked with tagging a few more walls and trashing another fountain before finally tagging the police station. But aside from the static police barriers, which are bypassed by crawling through holes in fences, there's only actually a single policeman patrolling outside of the police station who must be avoided, so The whole thing about having the law on your trail is complete bullshit, and all that happens is if you walk too close to them, you apparently get arrested and basically get sent back to the start of the area. Following on from this little diversion though, we head back to the first area and are tasked with spraying about 10 more walls before being notified that we've actually completed the game and are now free to create our own tags, though as you can see by my crudely drawn cock, these look like absolute shit. And you can also buy the Oblivion spray can, which essentially lets you erase any paint that you've sprayed. That though is it. That is everything that this one has to offer. Another absolute abortion of a game from Midnight Works, or DEZVOLT GAMES should I say, which is mechanically sound but about as much fun as repeatedly slamming your nutsack in a car door. But hey, at least the eShop screenshots are legit with this one. The game is priced at $13, but I picked it up for $2 and it will undoubtedly be on sale at this price at least once a month. But even that is pricing it too high in my opinion, as there's about an hour's worth of playtime at most. With that said though, that just about does it for another scam game review, but let me know if you ended up buying it and how you found it. For now though, be sure to drop a like if this video helped you out, consider subscribing to the channel for more Nintendo Switch content, and until next time, take care of yourselves and game on.